After 2 years of pain, I finally have a choice: stay silent or seek justice. As the title states, I, 20F, am struggling with the idea of filing a police report against my ex-boyfriend, 20M. I'm not here to ask for advice, I just want to vent into the internet void. Also, for context, I have borderline personality disorder, so please keep that in mind while reading. This also might be a novel, so I apologize for that. I met my ex, who I'll call Jason, during our freshman year of high school in one of our classes. We became friendly, as we were also in the same extracurricular together. During our junior year, we became extremely close and I considered him one of my best friends. At the start of our senior year, I broke up with my then boyfriend at the time and Jason confessed to me that his girlfriend at the time was physically abusive. I felt for him, as I had been through similar experiences and he was my friend. In October of 2022, he broke up with his girlfriend and confessed his feelings for me about 2 days later. I was apprehensive to the idea of dating him at the time, as he was one of my best friends, and I did not want to ruin things, and I felt that I was potentially a rebound. I voiced these concerns and said to give it some time, as I wanted us both to be sure that we were both ready for a relationship. That's when the love bombing started. On our first date, he got me a present. Instead of it being flowers or something small, it was a $200 necklace. I was touched and did not realize that this is where the manipulation began. We started dating in November of 2022 and things were good and normal for about a month. Then in December of that year, I got dinner with a friend/co-worker who also went to the same school as us and was in the same extracurricular. I had been working with this friend since 2021 and getting dinner together after work occasionally was a tradition we had since we started working together. This dinner was the first time Jason tried to break up with me. He was absolutely furious. He accused me of cheating on him with my friend, even though he had full access to my phone, and I had made sure that he was okay with me going out to dinner with my friend. He acted like I had cheated on him, said his mother was so disappointed in me, and that he wanted to break up me. In retrospect, I should have left him then, but hindsight is 20/20, I guess. We ended up staying together. We didn't end up being intimate until about 2 months into us being together, because he wasn't ready, which I completely understood. I'm a survivor of sexual trauma, which he knew, and he was grateful that I was giving him time. When we did start being intimate with each other, everything was normal. Eventually, he got into his dream school, which was out of our home state in a big city, and he asked me to move there with him. I loved him so much and didn't have any direction in my life, so I agreed. We had probably been together for about 4 months at that point. We decided to hold off on telling my parents, as we knew they would be pissed. I think this is when the isolation started. Things got bad. We were fighting all the time. He hated the majority of my friends. He was always trying to break up with me over the smallest things, and then taking me back. It was exhausting. We also told my parents about the move, and like we predicted, they were absolutely furious, especially my mom. My parents told me that if I moved with him, they would cut me off financially. I told them that was fine and still planned to move 1,000 miles away with him anyways. He tried to break up with me again the week we were supposed to move. While we were having this fight, my stepsister came into my bedroom, currently 21F, and begged me not to go, as she was so worried about what would happen to me. Because of all this stress, my sex drive died. He acted like he was okay with it at first, but eventually, he started to become frustrated when I did not want to be intimate with him in that way. In August of 2023, we moved across the country to our new city. This is when shit hit the fan. He had me fully isolated from all my friends and family. The only family I had in the state was my other stepsister, but she lived 3 hours away by train. For the first 2 months in our new city, I had no friends. I became extremely depressed. That's when the sexual abuse started. It started with him being all pissy when I didn't want to have sex with him, then whenever I said no, he would threaten to break up with me or beg me until I gave in, and then it progressed to him not caring if I said no at all. We were also still fighting all the time. I told him that what he was doing seemed like rape/assault, and he looked me in the face and told me that he couldn't rape me because I was his girlfriend, so consent was always given. I remember waking up one night to him literally being intimate with me while I was asleep. I remember crying and waiting until he was done. Then I googled if a spouse sexually assaulting their partner was possible. It was in fact, still assault, even if you were in a relationship with your abuser. That's when I texted one of my best friends, who I'll call B, and told her that I thought Jason was assaulting me. She was obviously horrified, and told me to leave him, but she understood that I wasn't ready. We would visit our home state every couple of months, and whenever we returned to our new state, I would be so horrendously depressed after. I felt trapped, but I never voiced these feelings to Jason because living in that city was his dream, and I loved him enough that I wanted to make his dream happen. Christmas Eve of 2023, I believe, we were supposed to fly back to our home state for the holiday. We had to leave for the airport at 3 in the morning, as our flight was at 5. He woke me up in the middle of the night and asked to see my phone, as his headphones weren't connecting to his phone, and he wanted to see if his phone was the problem or his headphones were. I gave him my phone, as I had absolutely nothing to hide. He woke me up about an hour later, absolutely furious. He had gone through my phone and found a conversation between me and my friend S. We were talking about an old coworker of mine, and in the conversation, I had called the coworker hot. He accused me of wanting to cheating on him, basically everything under the sun. We fought the whole way to the airport, the whole plane ride home, and only managed to act normal when my dad picked us up.